Varia is Latin for various. And through that description itself, it basically means that we do bring a variety of different technologies and applications to the market. We have a different approach in relation to data, multi-channel communication, digital variable printing, and other disruptive technologies that sit around that. What we've realised is that any of the customers that we go and talk to, whether they're a retail customer, whether they're a charity, whether they're a manufacturer, they're actually involved in 3 different types of approach. And that's what we call EAR, which stands for engagement, acquisition, or retention of their customers. So engagement is about how do you get noticed, how do you get seen, how do you show yourself to customers. Acquisition is about how do we capture you, how do we capture you as a customer, and how do we get to know just a little bit of data about you. And then retention is how we keep you. And some customers don't want to keep you for long at all. Others want to keep you for a lifetime. And so what we see is that the various technologies and the various applications that we have are very important to actually assisting customers to achieve that goal. I think the biggest challenge in the market at this moment in time, in fact, I think there are 2. I think the first one is data, and I think the second one is people, individuals. That's us as suppliers and buyers as well. The data issue is simple. Up to 80% of businesses that actually we go and talk to about their data, we can see that they don't have a defined data strategy. They don't have a defined approach to data and what they're trying to do with data. So subsequently, initially what we have to do as a business is get that into shape. And sometimes that can be a really awkward conversation. But if we're going to be able to deploy and work with all the variable channels and communication processes that we have available to us, then we've got to get the data right. Many people overcomplicate data and they talk about it as if it's too tough to handle. And we've actually taken an approach to simplify that. We talk about it in 4 distinct processes. We talk about what you know, what you don't know, what you want to know, and then finally, what are you going to do with what you know? What you know is what's on your database. It's what you've got right in front of us and what we can deal with. What you don't know is the fun bit, and that's where we really get really excited when we deal with our clients, because what we're doing there is we're defining a utopian data set, a data stream that's absolutely right for each client we serve. And then what we try to do is that we then try to enrich that. What do we want to know? So every time we talk to a client, every time we send out an outbound communication, what's relevant to us is that we actually secure and capture a piece of additional information that can give us that data to go into our utopian data set. The simple part of it is what we're going to do with what we know. The more we know, the more effective we can be. The more personalised we can be, the more specific and relevant we can be. And that's our real sort of approach to data. The second challenge that we have is around people. And that's us as a business and understanding customer needs, but also as well, customers need to understand that this is not a, we just get this out of the box and we fix it type solution. Okay, we have to sit down, we have to strategize with our clients. We have to really understand what they're trying to do and to help them to do that. And that takes time. It just can't be done within 2 or 3 weeks. So the biggest thing and challenge we find is the adoption of understanding and the adoption of what we're trying to do. But together, what we found in the past and our experiences is we've been able to get the clients to the end point very, very quickly and achieve some great outcomes. I think the outcome of working with various technologies is very exciting right now. We've only got to see at all the touch points that us as the human race now have, but then our challenge is how do we combine those? And we've had some great experiences in the past of working with companies that say have never really engaged with their client base, with their end customers. They're a manufacturer who sell to a wholesaler who might then sell to a retailer, and that retailer then sells to an end customer themselves. But the manufacturer isn't getting to understand or getting to know who that end customer is. So we've been able to put together a series of touch points for that manufacturer to enable that customer to engage with their brand. So whether that's through creating something effective on packaging, say augmented reality, or creating an in-the-box type experience where they're engaging going onto a landing page, but then we're driving the acquisition of data, it's really exciting. And some of the more cutting-edge technologies that still haven't been widely adopted, but we're working with, is things like beacon technology, where we can have somebody walking into a retail experience, and then just because they've got an app on their phone, we can push an alert to them as they walk very close to a concession or an area where we know that there's a product they might be interested in. And I think that's absolutely amazing. But to stay at the forefront of that and for us to really be passionate about it is what drives our business and what drives our people in our business as well. Without making a few mistakes on the way, we wouldn't be human. I haven't been in business for this amount of time where we haven't made mistakes. But the most important thing is we learn from our mistakes and we apply them to our future. I think the one thing is that we as a business, we get the marketing arena very, very well right now. And so we understand the execution, the application benefits of nearly all the technologies that are available. I see the end result very, very quickly. And sometimes I've been eager to get my clients to that end result very, very quickly as well. But what we have to realize is this is a process. And what we do is a process where we take a customer on a journey, all the way from strategy to understanding to implementation. Oh, and also as well testing, something that has been something that we've progressively done over the last few years. Let's not go to market with everything right now. Let's just say this is what we think our best guess is, and let's create that, and let's see how that performs. And then let's learn from that performance as well, because that's the most important thing. And then we apply that to the next evolution of what we do. That's the most important thing.